and welcome to today's episode of Beyond the Pedal. Today is a bit of a different episode. You may remember a few weeks ago I was at the Race of Remembrance at Angelsey Circuit with Mission Motorsport, and well, as you've probably seen from the video, it was absolutely fantastic. Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you two interviews that I had from that weekend. The first with Leon, a success story of Mission Motorsport, and Yolanda from Combat Stress and the incredible work they are doing with our service veterans. Today is all about showing that support for our veterans and the charities and organisations that help our veterans here in the UK. Enjoy today's episode. Right, so joining me now we have Leon, who is one of the new drivers for Mission Motorsport. Leon,
hi.
How's it all going?
Yeah, I'm very good too.
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
So Leon, you are what some would call a success story with Mission Motorsport.
Yeah.
You were ex-serving member, you're now driving, mechanicking, all through Mission Motorsport. How did that story how did that come to fruition?
So, I originally spent 16 years in the armed forces, in the 1st Battalion, the Yorkshire Regiment, and I just felt like I'd come to the end of my career path there. So I guess my adventure with the army,
of course.
And I was thinking, what do I do now? I've already decided that that's come to an end, but I was still unsure of what I was to do.
Yeah.
I still had an interest in motorsport and cars in general, but still didn't know the inner workings of those. And while I was at work, I saw a flyer for an event that Mission Motorsport was running, so I decided to go there. And I got chatting to several of the organisers and the volunteers and the beneficiaries of Mission Motorsport, got a bit of information. I just thought, well, these guys are for real. They actually help service leavers and people who are still serving as well. So I went online to see what they were about and get a bit more information on them, and I realised that they actually do a lot of vehicle orientated courses. So I actually joined up to do a level 3 LMVR course, like vehicle maintenance and repair course with them. So that kind of cemented the career path that I wanted to go down, because I just wanted to leave the army and do something new, something challenging, something that I didn't know about, something new to learn. And it was the perfect thing for me, because I had an interest in it. So I was going through doing my course, and obviously I was coming to the end of my career in the army. I needed that job to fall back on. So I was, applying for a lot of jobs, but I was getting kept knocked back, and I was coming to the end of my
crunch time.
My tenure with the army, and coming to the end of the course itself as well. And I was getting a bit worried, because I was just getting knocked back because it was just, I had no experience. I didn't even have the qualification yet, so it was thinking I've made a big mistake here. What am I going to do? Obviously Mission Motorsport kept the fire in me, like, you're gonna get that job. You've got the skill set to do it, and luckily I I'd applied for a couple of jobs with Halford's Auto Centres, and they gave me a call, and straight away I'm like, yes. Never looked back since.
That's brilliant. So you've got to say you've left the army. You're now working with Halfords. You've done that level 3 course, and now you're racing. So not only have you come from leaving the army, not sure about a job, you've now come through the Mission Motorsport sort of like training pathway. You've got a mechanic and role. You've got a job with a job in Silverstreet, and now you've got your odds, and you're now racing here at the Race of Remembrance with Mission Motorsport.
What more can you ask for?
It's fantastic. Are you looking forward to getting out in the MX-5? How's it been already on the circuit?
So it's been absolutely fantastic. It's been such an experience. And to be honest, I thought with so many cars on the track I'd be quite, especially at night, quite worried about it. But once you get in there,
you're out about 6 o'clock, aren't you?
Yeah,
that twilight shift.
So I'm going out in the car. So I'm doing the hard part, but it's just an absolute adrenaline rush.
Well, I'll tell you what I will say about the MX-5. At least it's a nice and clear evening, because there's no roof on the MX-5.
There's no roof, so if we have a bit of the obvious, we're going to be getting a bit wet,
Okay, so obviously, you've got the C1, the MX-5, and there's the 2 GT86s. However, the Americans and the Canadians of Operation Motorsport, those 2 liveries on those cars are
amazing.
They really are, aren't they?
When they're lit up at night, amazing.
Yeah, really cool light kit on them as well. Like overall, I think definitely, for what Mission Motorsport are trying to achieve, you're definitely a success story from that. That if you are leaving the army, don't worry, not worry, but there's always a charity and organisation, something that will help veteran servicemen.
Always somewhere there to help.
Brilliant.
Always somewhere to help.
Well, mate, I won't keep you any longer, because I know you need to get yourself ready and race prepped. Thanks so much for the chit chat, mate, and good luck out on the track, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
See you in a bit. Okay, very quickly, I just want to talk about this, the Dad Planner. This is everything you need to help you on your way in your early stages of fatherhood. If you're not a dad right now, but you know someone that's going to be, this is going to be an absolute lifesaver for them. Inside, you've got essential check-ins, you've got a daily to-do list, notes and reminders, daily gratitude, daily check-ins. It is perfect. 1, for dad's mental health, and 2, for dad to be able to come in and do those things that he needs to do, especially if you're not too sure. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, you're tired, you don't know what's going on, and you think, oh, I've got things I know I could be doing. Dad Plan's going to help you out. It's got those essential to-do lists. This, honestly, I absolutely love this. There's also plenty of reminders, there's also little daily challenges, reflections that you can do, all things to make your life and fatherhood a little bit easier, and just gives you the opportunity to make those lasting memories with your little one. If you want to know where you can get all of this, head over to Amazon, grab yourself a copy of the Dad Planner now. Yes, the Dad Planner, an absolute must from Beyond the Pedal. Right, back to the episode. I'm here in the Combat Stress RV. Combat Stress are a charity that have come down to work with Mission Motorsport for the Race of Remembrance, and I'm joined by the wonderful Yolanda to discuss Combat Stress, what they do, and how they're supporting Mission Motorsport and the Race of Remembrance. So Yolanda, hello, thanks for having me in your very lovely RV.
It's a pleasure.
It's absolutely lovely. So Combat Stress, what is combat stress?
Okay, so Combat Stress is the UK's leading veterans mental health charity, and we offer treatment for veterans who experience complex mental health difficulties as a result of the trauma they experience within the services. So we offer treatment by a multidisciplinary team consisting of psychiatrists, psychologists, occupational therapists, nurses and substance misuse nurses, and we also have a peer support service that support veterans as well as a family support service.
Wow, so quite a lot then.
Yeah, quite comprehensive. Yeah.
Brilliant. And so this weekend, you're with Mission Motorsport, providing those services to veterans and service members over the weekend.
Yeah, we're supporting Mission Motorsport this weekend at the Race of Remembrance with a team of occupational therapists, and we're here just to support veterans who might find the environment slightly difficult. It's quite a noisy environment, there's quite a lot happening. It is a Remembrance weekend, which is also quite an emotive, difficult time for veterans. So we're offering from Combat Stress just on-the-spot support for veterans who might be experiencing difficulties, and then we're also offering some sensory modulation, which is just the techniques on how to immediately help ground and just relax within a very busy environment.
Brilliant. I don't want to go too much into the weeds of it, but have you been busy this weekend?
Yes, it was really nice integrating with the veterans, just being available, being visible, and if anybody needed to just have some time out, Mission Motorsport very kindly supplied us with this RV that we've set up as a quiet, cozy environment with some sort of therapeutic techniques just to give some time out. So if veterans needed it, otherwise we just supported them within the pit lanes.
And I think it's really cool, someone who's serving himself, it's nice so that you do have that, because like you say, anything can trigger something and it can come out of nowhere. And I think just having that support at something like this is it's incredible.
Yeah, and I think for us it was not offering treatment, because that's not what we're here for. It was offering the support and also just the availability, and then also being able to give veterans maybe a signposting to the service that might be supportive to them, or just giving them numbers of people they can contact if they need it after the weekend or in future.
I think almost just you being here, really, subconsciously having that in the back of your mind, that there is that support here. Like you might not need it then, but like maybe there's that little it's here if I need it, and I'm not lost. Yeah. Like I'm not on my own doing this. So I think even just you guys being here and what Combat Stress do, I think is so important. How have you found working with Mission Motorsport?
We've been working with them for a period of time. We're always aware of Mission Motorsport. I really admire the whole attitude of race, and then retrain and recover. It's such a recovery philosophy of offering motorsport as the vehicle. Pardon the pun. The vehicle through which they can offer recovery, and just seeing the veterans form a community, have a sense of belonging, and have that support.
And the success stories that come out of it
really
as well.
Really great, and it just kind of chimes with my philosophy as an occupational therapist of using an occupation, of which motorsport is one, to find that place of belonging, to build your identity, to support your mental and physical health, and just your general, well-being. So it really feels like a good mix.
Absolutely. Like when you combine motorsport, like you say, with what you offer veteran support, it all comes together and it just works.
Yes, it does.
Which is great. So I suppose realistically, if someone like myself, I'm serving, I've got veterans that are friends, and obviously families that have veterans or service members, how can they get in contact with you?
Okay, so with Combat Stress, we have a 24-hour helpline, 7 days a week, and the number for the helpline is 0800 138 1619. So any veteran can contact us anytime. It is manned by callers who have mental health experience, who would take initial information and start that journey. And if it's felt that Combat Stress can support a veteran with their mental health recovery, they would then refer it to the team that is in the area where the veteran is placed, and then the journey can start from there. So then we would assess, and then we would offer treatment, and we're very, very clear, if we don't feel that we can offer the treatment, we will support the veteran to find the right treatment. But in general, our treatment has very good outcomes with good recovery stories, which is fantastic.
That's brilliant. Well, we'll make sure that we leave the link in the description below. So if you are a veteran serving, as well?
We only treat veterans,
Okay, veterans,
currently,
yeah.
but serving personnel can use the helpline.
Okay, great.
For some
Signposting.
Support, yeah.
Okay.
But we are only treating
Okay,
veterans with trauma-related mental health difficulties.
Makes sense, of course. Yeah, so if you are a veteran or and serving and some signposting or some advice, and you are a veteran and you want to get in contact with Combat Stress, we'll make sure the link is in the description below and a contact number as well. So I think realistically, thank you for everything that you're doing and thank you for being here this weekend. And also thank you for your time for this short little interview.
That's a pleasure. Thanks, Paul.
Well, I'll let you get back to the rain and we'll go from there.
Let's try.
Thanks, Yolanda. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Cheers. Well, that concludes today's episode of Beyond the Pedal. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. I really wanted to showcase what these charities and organisations are doing for our service veterans. First of all, for Mission Motorsport and the success story that was Leon, and of course Combat Stress to Yolanda and her team, and again all the work they are doing for our service veterans. If you want to know how you can get involved, click on the link to the descriptions below. You'll have Mission Motorsport there, Combat Stress. So yes, a great episode really, because it just showcases the veteran support and hopefully you can get involved in helping our service veterans. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for your support, and of course thank you so much to Mission Motorsport and Combat Stress. That's me signing off for now, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.